Hey, it's SpiritualBaeJ here, bringing the Capricorn. The Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Northnode. You guys' messages from Spirit, okay, Capricorn? Just a couple of disclaimers before I begin, okay? I'm in the backyard. One, I'm trying to hide from the sun, okay? Boop, you see it? No, it's hot out there, okay? I'm trying to hide from the sun, okay, but I still want to be out back. So yeah. But yeah, there's dogs, there's bees, everything, flies, whatever. So there may be distractions here and there. I have children, you feel me? So they might come out. I might have to do something, answer a question, whatever the case may be, okay? But I will keep the distractions to a minimum, okay? Remember, this is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, okay? Boom, boom. Check your other signs. Yeah, so let's get into it. I'm going to use these for clarifiers and this for your main energy. We're going to get 3 cards because I'm trying to keep this video to a half an hour, okay? Okay, let's get through it, Capricorn. Let's start. Spirit, messages from Spirit for the Capricorn. What's going on with my Capricorn? What are the messages from Spirit for my Capricorn? Yeah, Capricorn, check the description box. I be trying to, get everything out, but I be trying to get to the message too, so it is what it is. Capricorn. Okay, holds up. Holds up. So a lot wants to be said, clearly. But I'm only taking 3 cards, so that is what it is. You feel me? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so you got 2 more instead of 1 more, so let's give them to you. Like I told y'all in your last video and the rest of the signs, the setup is still being set up, so I will show y'all the cards versus y'all being able to see them. But yeah, whatever. The Hermit. It says retreat and recharge. I don't Shalin Master. Be graceful and movement in action. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what that word is, okay? I hope I said that right. Okay? Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Okay? And then you got Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Okay, so pretty much so far, right? I'm saying for you guys, Capricorn, for your messages for Spirit, right? There are some things that I'm saying that you guys need to withdraw your energy from, right? But there are also some things that you're needing to take action on as well. Now, action can also be in the form of just sitting down and writing out a plan, right? Action can also be, putting thought into what needs to be planned out, right? Yeah. And then with this peacekeeper here, let go of the need to be right. I don't know, Capricorns, why I feel like y'all been either know-it-alls or y'all just been an ego or something like that, okay? But let's get into it. So what's this Hermit for the Capricorns? Hermit, retreat and recharge. What's this Hermit here? Okay, so you guys could be seeing 9-9. Okay, so you got the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Okay. So pretty much what this is giving me is that you guys are pretty much on the verge of giving up on something. But something that you're giving up on, it's like you've lost faith or hope in something, right? Yeah, for some of you, this is due to some type of deeply seated fears, right? One more for the Hermit. This is due to some type of fear here. You're giving up. I feel like you're scared of results is what I'm getting, Capricorn. Like, yeah, Page of Swords. I'm sorry, I didn't show y'all. Boop. But yeah, you're scared to kind of take charge here, maybe to for some of you could be trying to pursue something like a trade, or you're going back to school for something, or you're in school for something, like you're trying to learn how to do something. For some of you, you're researching something, right? Trying to gain knowledge on something, and whatever it is, right? I feel like you're almost at a point, you may not be seeing the kind of results that you want, or something is making you unhappy about this. Something is making you want to give up, or you're failing to see like where this can be good for you. I feel like you're looking more at what could go wrong more than what could go right. Okay. And I feel like this is all due to some deeply seated fears here. What is this Nine of Swords in reverse? But I feel like you're needing to rethink about this. I feel like you're needing to kind of isolate yourself and really think. Nine of Swords in reverse, because it's under the Hermit, retreat and recharge. So they're wanting you, your message here is to rethink about something. We reconsider something. I said rethink about something. You got the Page of Pentacles and the Empress in reverse, right? Yeah, so this is about something you guys have been investing in, or something you guys have, like some type of venture or opportunity or idea that you've taken and you've tried to grow upon, right? Some type of like you're doing this to make some of your plans a reality here, but something is like in the beginning stages. Yeah, but you feel like you're not being seen here, or your work is not being seen, or you're not getting the progress you want. Maybe something is moving a little bit too slow for you, or whatever. But I feel like a lot of you guys are just distorted right now. It's your fear telling you, you know, that you won't make it. It's your fear telling you, you know, that this won't be prosperous. Yeah, so I feel like you're needing to go within. That's your message here. You're needing to go within and really gain the courage. Yes, for some of you, you're needing to meditate. Okay, if you already meditate, then good. You know, if you've been slacking lately, then you need to get back into it ASAP. If you don't do it, I suggest trying it. But you know, if you're not, you know, somebody who's into that, right, just take some time to yourself. Like really sit back, you know, in your room or outside on the porch or something, and just really take a moment to yourself to just sit, relax, and think. You know, no phone, no people, no nothing. Just sit with you and your thoughts here, because I feel like that's really what you're needing. I feel like there's some type of disconnect. You're imbalanced in some way. I feel like you're more in your head about this instead of taking charge. You know, instead of doing it, it's like you're already counting yourself out of the race before you even get started. But it's all because of fear. It's like you're telling yourself you can't do it. Okay, what's this Nine of Wands in reverse? What's this Nine of Wands in reverse with the Capricorn? Ooh. Why a lot keep wanting to come out? Okay, so for the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Six of Cups, the Devil, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Pentacles, right? So pretty much, Capricorn, what is going on? So I feel like you guys are like on the edge of burnout. I feel like you're on edge about a lot of things. Okay, you got a lot going on. I feel like you're struggling in your work here, or you're struggling to continue after not seeing some results, or after some stagnation or something when it comes to some type of venture, or you know, new career opportunity, or you know, new work position or something. You're not seeing the kind of results that you want, right? And so you're choosing to bow out way too early. Yeah, you're giving up way too early here. But then, right, you got that, and then you got there is something or someone you have been thinking about, okay, with the Six of Cups here and the Devil Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles, there's someone, there's two situations here, so I'm gonna break it down for you, okay? There's someone that you've been thinking about. You've been very nostalgic about someone. You've been thinking about the happy times with them, right? I feel like for some of your situation, I feel like, you know, like I said, this is about you on the verge of giving up, right? I feel like there's some toxic traits either you or this person has, but because it's the devil is the Capricorn card, right? I'm gonna say this is you. You have some toxic traits, right? Flip and switch roles. But you have some toxic traits that you are needing to work on, something that's a part of your spiritual path. You are in a moment or a time of spiritual lessons here about your toxic habits and behaviors. Okay, you're meant to be working on this right now when it comes to your love life and your work. Okay, when it comes to both areas, this is not one situation, this is both. And I feel like in both situations, you're not seeing the results you want, but you're not seeing the results you want because you're literally in your fear. Okay, you're literally worried about what could go wrong. But I feel like a bit of soul searching is needed here. You're needing to retreat here and really think about your behaviors and how, you know, it may be you that that is causing stagnation, or for things to seem like they're not growing for you in your career and your love life. Okay, with whoever this past person is as well, because Six of Cups can also talk about a past lover. I feel like, you know, Mercury retrograde is 6 planets in retrograde, but Mercury retrograde particularly is the one that talks about, you know, recommunicating with like exes and things like that. And I feel like this is why you're now thinking about this, or why you feel burnt out. For some of you, you probably keep coming towards this person, right? But the lesson in this here is to stop coming towards this person in your toxic energy, in your ego here. I feel like when you do, it doesn't work. And I feel like that's what's causing you to be like on the verge of like burnout. Like you're tired, like you're almost ready to give up, but you're needing to recharge. Really, I feel like call back in your own energy, kind of recharge yourself, get your juices flowing again, you feel me? Drink a smoothie, you feel me? Meditate, do some yoga. Yeah, and just some self-care. I feel like self-care is needed here, you know, because you're needing to take a second to sit back and listen to guidance outside of yourself. And that can only happen when you sit back and take some time for yourself, okay? Because there are some things that you're needing to figure out clearly. And I feel like there's things that you're giving up on way too early. And this is why you're being called to kind of retreat and recharge, because you're needing to rethink about your approaches here and why you keep coming up, you know, short. Page of Swords. What's this Page of Swords? The Four of Wands. So for some of you, this is about communication, right? You keep communicating with somebody. There's a new way of communicating with somebody you want to come into union with, somebody you may have been married to, or in a serious commitment with. I feel like you still want to be, but the way that you guys' communication isn't working out. Okay, and I feel like you're needing to retreat and ask yourself why this is, and come at it, you know, from a different viewpoint. But you can only do that once you kind of take some time, take some steps back here, and really call on higher guidance, call on your higher guides here. Take a step, take a step back, a pause for some introspection, you know, for some soul searching here. You know, because if you keep coming to somebody, communicating, you know, in this toxic behavior, but you don't even realize it, you don't realize that you're hurting more than you're helping. And that is what your problem is here. But you do have some fear, you know, surrounding things actually going right. I feel like you have some pessimism, you know, on your mind. When it comes, you don't really think that things can happen. You're not accepting of good things, okay, is what I'm feeling. And it's about time that you take a step back and ask yourself why, so that you can start opening yourself up to these things. And you can release certain toxic traits and behaviors and habits and wounds here. For some of you, this is inner child wounds that's toxic. And they come out in your partnerships and your relationships. For some of you, in your marriage, it definitely came out in your marriage. And I feel like you vowed to work on it. For some of you, I feel like y'all went to couples counseling for the married ones. But I don't feel like you were open enough to even, admit that these were some childhood wounds here that keep you heavily bound to toxic behavior. It could be even past relationships here, past toxic relationships. Now you don't know how to function in a healthy one because you're so used to drama. And so you're kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. And because it's not, you're kind of pulling your energy back, or you're being the toxic one, is what I'm kidding. Yeah, but moving on, because we 16 minutes in. Okay, what's this? Shay Olin Master. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, be graceful and movement and action. What is this? Be graceful and movement and actions. And then you got the 7 of Cups. So what this pretty much tells me is that there is a lot of things like that has been thrown your way, meant to distract you, right? Justice in reverse. Yes. For some of you, you'll feel like, this was unfair and things like that. And so because you feel like it's unfair, for the ways that you did become distracted, right, along your path, for the ways that you may have, acted in a toxic behavior or indulged in one of your inner childhood, issues or traumas, right? There was a lack of accountability. Okay. So I feel like now you're being called to kind of, again, go within and kind of think about the ways that you may have hurt people that, let's say, are a part of your path, right? But you may have got distracted with people that were not on your path, right? And now the people that you've hurt along the path, you have to kind of actually, progress with and show, action instead of words, instead of speaking, instead of coming in with toxic behavior or with sex for some of you, because some of you, like with that devil card, it could be sexuality. You could come in with towards this person with a lot of passion here, because maybe sometimes you don't know how to speak to them. Yeah, y'all communication, like I said, was off. Something about y'all communication was off. But now I feel like, this is just a part of your path. You were meant to see that certain things were distractions and to get realigned, right? But you're also meant to take accountability for your actions. And that is how you're able to move graceful in your movement. And, by showing action, you don't just tell these people, oh yeah, I'm going to be a better business partner. Or you just don't tell somebody, if you were shady to somebody like that, just giving an example. Or you don't tell somebody that you've done wrong in a relationship, I'm going to get your nails done, right? And they looking at you like, get my nails done, bro. You really hurt me. I'm looking for emotional accountability here. I'm looking for real accountability. And I feel like that's what you guys are needing to do. That is how you make things right. That is how you balance things out. You take accountability and you show it through action. Okay. What's the 7 of Cups? Because, yeah, I'm feeling like a lot of you, got distracted along your path here with whatever it could have been. It could have been with toxicity. It could have been with ex-lovers. It could have been with old childhood wounds, old fears that were stopping you. Just distractions. It was nothing but distractions along your path. 7 of Cups. What is it? No? One more? Let's see. One more. One more. Way too many. I'm trying not to make the read that long. Eight of Wands in reverse, so they wanted one more for this card. Okay. So yeah, delays. I feel like you guys have been causing yourself delays. I feel like there has been a lot of breaking communication because somebody is not taking accountability for the ways that they have not been showing any movement or any action here. And I feel like the lesson here, your message here, is to actually start taking action. Stop saying what you're going to do and start taking action here, because you're not doing anything but causing your own delays, especially when you're choosing to stay tied to certain distractions. If you know something isn't right for you, but then you keep indulging in it, right, just because something else isn't working out or just because you're trying to ignore your pain, okay, you're delaying what's supposed to come for you. What's the Seven of Cups? Now, can we clarify the Seven of Cups? Thank you. Ten of Swords in reverse. So yeah, so the worst of your like distractions is over. I feel like you're now focused. I feel like you're now in this energy of wanting to be accountable for your actions. You know, I feel like you're now in a place where you want to show more action, because I feel like I said, you weren't getting the kind of results that you wanted when you kept coming back in a certain light. You know, but this Ten of Swords in reverse is saying, you know, there's recovery from your distraction. So there is recovery and forgiveness and being a human. You know, we all make mistakes, we all get distracted. It's just about, are we going to take accountability, and are we going to, you know, take action instead of keep telling people what we're going to do. You know, show them, pretty much. But I feel like, yeah, worst of a situation is over. I feel like the worst of the drama is over. The worst of the illusions is over. You know, what hasn't been right for you. For some of you, you've been, you know, put under an illusion. You've been thinking that certain things are right for you, you know, and it hasn't been. But now you're finally, you know, ending it, and the worst of that is over. Justice in reverse. What's this Justice in reverse? 22, 222, 4. You could be seeing that. But yeah, 22 minutes in. Justice in reverse. Thank you. Okay, Five of Wands in reverse. Yes, I feel like okay, so there is a situation, right, where I feel like you guys have been feeling like for some of you feel like you haven't done somebody wrong, right? Maybe somebody keeps telling you that you did, right, and you feel like you haven't, or you didn't. You're not really seeing the ways that your toxic energy has brought upon, you know, a lot of conflict and things like that. But what this Five of Wands in reverse speaks about is coming to a mutual agreement, like agreeing to disagree, right? I feel like you're gonna come to a place where you're wanting to agree to disagree to make things right, to right your wrongs. Because for some of you, you're not gonna admit that you're wrong, or you weren't in the past, like you didn't feel like you were in the past. But I feel like things are changing for you, where you're now realizing the ways where you didn't take action, or where you wasn't progressive in your movements here, or coming towards back towards this person, or whatever the case may be. You were in toxic energy, and I feel like, you know, it was unfair in a situation. And I feel like before you weren't able to acknowledge this, but now you are, and now you're able to agree to disagree with this person, just to make things fair here. Yeah, just to make things fair. Or you're willing to respect you guys' differences, or you're wanting this person to be able to do it with you guys, so that you can make things right, so that you can actually take the time to show them the action. Okay. Eight of Wands in reverse. What's this Eight of Wands in reverse? Ooh. Four of Swords. Yes. You're needing to rejuvenate here. You're needing to you know, rest, kind of heal from some delays here, from something that was keeping you, yeah, in mental conflict. Okay, I feel like you're being led back on your path. You may have took, like I said, you may have got distracted with something, or you were in illusion about some things and some people in your life, and so you may have took some U-turns back to some things. But now you're getting things right. Before that caused delays, but now I feel like, with you trying, with the message of you, recharging and taking your energy back to yourself, kind of hermiting, kind of going to yourself and introspecting, the energy is more so here with this Four of Swords. It's like healing, rejuvenating, right? You're needing to, I feel like a lot of these delays had took a toll on you because you expected to be in a certain place in your life with your loved ones and with your career, but you haven't been. So you're needing to kind of rest from the idea that, things didn't work out or things were delayed, because, as soon as you get your energy back, I feel like things will start taking off for you. But you've been dealing with a lot. Okay, I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of delays, distractions, illusions, people that don't belong, people you've been having to cut out, whatever the case may be. And you've been in some type of toxic habits or energy here, and you're needing to make amends with certain people now. And so you're just tired, right? You're tired of all the delays that you've been causing, that you feel like been caused to you, whatever. So you're needing to just kind of take a step back. Okay, I keep saying it. That's the biggest message here. Take a step back, because I feel like you're making decisions because you're not seeing the kind of results that you want to, but you're still needing to put forth the work. It's you here. You're needing to do some type of inner work, soul searching here. You needed to listen to your guides. Take a step back and listen to your intuition and your guides here. Take a step back to listen to yourself, and the answers will come. As to why things aren't, changing, and how you can change them so that they can go. Like, you're giving up on something way too early, like I said. But for some of you, you're not wanting to put in the action to show these people or show this person or whatever to make the change. And that's the problem here. So that's why you're kind of needing to draw back. Okay, and kind of reevaluate yourself and your behaviors and come back at it and make up, because something about this is along your path, or it's on your path here. Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. I'm trying to tell you. Peacekeeper, yeah, Capricorns, y'all been holding on to something tightly, not wanting to take action on something because you haven't been wanting to take accountability. I'm trying to tell you. What's this, Peacekeeper? For your actions and for your toxic energy and things like that. And trust me, Capricorn, I'm getting in your butt, but I'm not getting in your butt, because at the same time, I know that this is, you're healing. You're dealing with inner child issues. You're dealing with pinpointed, like, I feel like some of you are going through the dark night of the soul, right? Where, all of your shadow work is pretty much coming up for you to kind of work on things so that you can come out in the light, okay? And that's exactly what's happening, but it's dark sometimes, Peacekeeper. And sometimes we can act like how we feeling inside. Six of Swords, yes. Moving past traumas. Yes, you're not always right about things. You're needing to let go of the need to be right, because sometimes you're operating from a place of trauma, okay? Like, you think you're right, but you're not. It's really coming from your ego trying to tell you to keep fighting, or that you're right, or that you can't be wrong, or that you always need to win it at all costs here. The Sun and the Six of Pentacles. Interesting. So yeah, so I feel like, after you release the need to be right, and you kind of realize that, like, the spirit guides are telling you that, excuse me, let me fix my thing. The spirit guides are kind of telling you that, you're holding on to things, tightly, and you're trying to win at all costs, and you're trying to always be right, because you're holding on to, like, you're operating out of a place of trauma, okay? Sometimes we are guarded when we don't need to be, and I feel like the message here is to kind of let that go, kind of heal that situation, that trauma, that little pinpoint, that little button of yours, because I feel like people may push it unknowingly, right? Unknowingly to you, or unknowingly to them, I'm sorry. Like, for instance, right? Say growing up as a child, you were always called little boy, right? uh Flip a switch, it could be little girl, but I'm gonna say little boy, right? You were always called little boy, little boy, little boy. So then when you grow up and you got older, right? Now you know that you're in a healthy relationship and things like that. Maybe you were acting childishly and in toxic behavior, right? Because you're lashing out because of your mom or whatever the case may be, in your adult life, right? And then your partner slips up and say, "Oh my God, you're acting like a little boy." And then you sit up there and you go off, "Oh, I'm not no little boy. How could you ever talk about your spouse like that? How could you ever talk down on your spouse?" You know what I mean? Like, really operating out of a space of trauma instead of really listening to what was said. They're saying you're acting like a little boy because of your behavior, not you're a little boy and I think, I'm trying to little boy you, or whatever the case may be, right? You get it? Okay. So, it's something like that, where you're needing to heal certain like past traumas and things when it came to maybe something your mother said, or your ex-lovers said about you, that kind of stuck with you mentally, right? And like now it's certain triggers that come up that make you lash out and act in toxic behaviors, when really now, in healthier connections, people aren't trying to hurt you. They're just trying to be real with you and let you know how you're making them feel. Okay? Yeah, so and then, when that happens, you need to take accountability for your actions and the way that you lash out like that, and show action, show action. Don't just say, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm never going to lash out again." Really work on that. You know, really work on that. Really get to the root of that, so that you can heal it and release it here. But yeah, there is definitely, your spirit guides definitely are leading and guiding you away from your past traumas. I feel like that's why you've been dealing with a lot. All of this is just meant to bring up these triggers so that you can heal them, so that you can walk, or they can bring you into your happiness, your abundance, into equal give and take with the people that you're supposed to have equal give and take to, that are reciprocal of your energy, and so you are able to reciprocate others' energy as well. Okay, what's the Six of Swords? When you can openly admit that sometimes you're not always right and that you made a mistake, and you actually take action, to improve it, things can go a lot smoother. A lot of men and women get into, arguments, and men like to say, women like to nag, nag, nag. But the reason why they're nagging is because, a problem isn't getting fixed. And if it's fixed for 1 or 2 days, why do you think I'm not going to nag for the time that it starts back up, or whatever the case may be? You're not fixing the issue. You're not taking action, okay? So it's all about action here. And acknowledging that you're not always right, and sometimes you can be hurtful towards your partner or the people that you're working with or your loved ones. What's the Six of Swords? No. Okay. I only wanted to keep this video, yeah, that's why it came out like that. I only wanted to keep this video to a half an hour. We're already over that. That's fine. You might be seeing 333. Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna move on to Shield Maiden. Okay, make plans and focus. Yeah, because I already kind of explained all of that, and they trying to tell me I did, so I got all the messages out for that. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. The Death and Five of Swords. Yes, I feel like a lot of you are, for some of you, okay, during this transformational period, for a lot of you, right, you're experiencing a lot of headaches, okay? And it's because you're integrating at this time, you're upgrading, you're ascending here, you're transforming, okay? And your spirit guides are really upgrading you, leveling you up, so that you are able to understand your behaviors, heal your behaviors, and be able to have the life that you desire, okay? And to make the amends that you need to, so that you can move forward, and the people that are supposed to be along your path can be with you, right? land. There are no burnt bridges. Okay. But yeah, for some of you, I'm getting that you could be having headaches. Okay. It's like ascension headaches. Okay. But yeah. Tell me more about this death card. That's not gonna be the case, of course, for everybody, but that's what I'm getting for some of you. For a lot of you, I feel like you're in mental conflict here, right? Because you know, during this during this transition, you're in a big transition in your life, right? You're transforming certain old beliefs, certain habits, certain toxic energies, certain toxic people, right? Certain toxic family members, whatever the case may be, right? You're releasing a lot of things, and your ideas are changing, your mental is changing, and I feel like a lot of you are in mental conflict because I feel like a lot of this was sudden change, right? I feel like out of nowhere you got a message to just change your plan, or to start getting rid of certain people, and to start, you know, reconnecting with other people, and, you know, whatever the case may be. And I feel like, you know, it's just been a lot. I feel like you've been in a lot of mental confusion here, because this transformation is, for a lot of you, is taking off pretty quickly, but you're being guided back on your path, or, you know, in the right direction. With this death card, the strength came out to clarify it. So yes, you're definitely having to have like inner strength here to transform, or while this transformation is happening to you, right? You're definitely having to put your thoughts into action to make certain plans, you know, a reality here. There is something, yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm feeling like you're needed to retreat, think about, plan, and then focus on, you know, because things haven't been working in the past, and I feel like it's because you haven't had a plan. Okay, so now you're having to make a plan, whether this is, you know, a plan for how you're going to, you know, get your business venture off, or how you're going to start making income off of it, whether this is, you know, how you're going to go back and make amends with this person that you're, you know, supposed to be working with, or you're supposed to be in a relationship with, right? Or that you keep thinking about, like, you want to be in a union with them. You're needed to make a plan and kind of focus and take action, real action, instead of just telling this person. Make the real change here. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's taking a lot of strength out of you. You know, like I said, that's why I was telling you to retreat and recharge, okay? 5 of Swords, because a lot of it is being required from you, for you to make plans and for you to take action and to actually focus and not give up, okay? 5 of Swords. What's this 5 of Swords? Thank you. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, you get up in your head and you start, you know, I feel like getting distracted when things start like getting stagnant, or it seems like for some of you it's not moving at all. And it's only not moving at all because it's something that you're needing to shift and transform. There's an idea that you're needing to change here. You know, there's endings that you need to put to certain people that can't come along your path. So if you were to go, you know, straight to where, you know, you're trying to get, right, but you weren't cutting certain ties off, they wouldn't do nothing but leech and take from you. It wouldn't be nothing abundant or rewarding for you. So you're needing to really look at the things that keep you stagnant, okay? That's what's keeping you up in your head. If you keep thinking about something, think about why it's keeping you stagnant, right? So this could be a relationship, why you're not making progress, or why, you know, you're not going, you know, you can't make it work. This could be, you know, a job opportunity, why you keep making certain plans and then, you know, there's stagnancy. It's because you're not putting in focus. It's because you're not taking real action here. And if you are taking action, it's like you get into some type of toxic energy. The toxic energy could be you start a little bit and then you slack off. You start a little bit and then you slack off. There's no real consistency, right? So yeah, Caps, this is the message for you guys, okay? really retreat. Really think about the things that are keeping you stagnant, keeping you stuck, keeping you in fear. Really call back your energy, really recharge yourself, and start to make improvements, okay? Because I feel like a lot of you are starting to anyway. You're starting to see how things aren't working, okay? So start to reflect on why that is, and then start changing them, making the plans. Yeah, start focusing, start accepting the fact that you're not always right, and sometimes you do hurt people. You do look, so hurt people, right? Because that is not what I was trying to say, but hurt people. And sometimes, you know, because you were hurt about your inner child issue or your trauma here, you hurt someone else. For a lot of you, that's the energy I'm picking up. And like now it's like they may, like, you guys like keep going back and forth, and they may keep trying to tell you that you hurt them here, and you keep trying to say, well, I don't see it like that, you did this to me, so I did this. You know, you're needing to let go of the, you know, the need to be right, okay? Because sometimes you're responding out of a place of trauma, and that's what's needing to be healed here. And then now you're needed to make amends, you needed to make real change. So you're really needed to make progress. Like, yes, do the work and take action, say what you mean, you know, but really don't say it, more so do it, okay? But yeah, that's the message. Out.